This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm your host, Kerry Lutz. It's 124.24, and this is show number 558, and earnings are rolling out now, Nick.
Yeah, earnings are underway. We had some big earnings last night from NFLX. They reported the stock is a big winner this morning, trading up by about 13%. On the flip side, you have Texas Instruments trading down by about 2.8%. And then you have consumer goods named Kimberly Clark trading lower by about 4%. So, again, you're going to get a lot of big moves and a lot of different names as these earnings roll out. And, again, you see in stocks like Clorox, Colgate, Church, and Dwight, they're all falling lower today in sympathy with Kimberly Clark. But this week we got earnings revving up, and then next week we go into full throttle, and you're going to get a lot of the big boys next week. So hang on to your hats, folks. This is going to be a wild earnings season.
Yes, it is. It's already starting out that way. So small caps are off a little bit today.
Yeah, they were lagging earlier, but, Kerry, they came back quite a bit now. They were negative earlier, just down about 0.2 or 1/4%. Now they're up 1/4%. So they made a little bit of a turnaround, and we'll see how it plays out by the end of the day. But everybody should keep an eye on the small caps, because when the small caps move up, that's telling you that risk is on, even though we have an overbought condition in these markets with the recent rally for the last 3 months. But if the small caps start to come down, that's a little bit of a warning sign that things could, start to taper off, and we may be due for some pullbacks. But right now, I don't really see any real problems out here, but definitely use the small caps as a leading indicator.
All right, so gold's off a little bit today.
Yeah, gold's off a little bit. It was right now trading down about 0.6%, still holding that psychological 2,000 level. That's a pretty big number right now. So traders like myself are keeping a close eye on the pattern over the next couple of weeks. If you have a long-term outlook on gold, there's really nothing wrong. In the short term, though, I do see continued choppiness. There's no real conclusive setup at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on gold, but nothing dramatic right now. Still holding that 2,000 number.
All right. So what's going on with Bitcoin today?
Well, Bitcoin today is trying to get a bid. It's up a little bit, up about 2%. So we're getting a nice little pop. But remember, on this program, we pointed out on Bitcoin futures, 39,600 level would provide some daily chart support. That's where we would go down to, and we went right to that number, pierced it by a little bit, and now we're getting a bounce. I think the bounce can hold for a few days here, so we'll keep an eye on it. But it got right down to the level, and this is probably one of the first bounces we've seen since those ETPs have been released. So we'll see if it can stick and hold a landing here. But Bitcoin is certainly on the move today to the upside by about 2% as we speak.
All right. Well, that is it for today. Make sure you go over to Nick's site, inthemoneystocks.com. So he's beaten the averages for decades. The Twitter feeds are at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Comments are welcome. Send us an email to kl@kerrylutz.com. Write your comments below on the YouTube channel if you're listening there. Nick, we will catch up with you on Friday.
Sounds good, Kerry.